All right, we're live on YouTube. Cool. Just waiting on Garrett to get in here. But anyone watching this who hasn't, like maybe you're watching it. Oh, I think it just started again. But all right, what's up, everyone? Live on YouTube here tonight, Friday night, kind of late. But yeah, waiting on Garrett from All Out Amazon to get on. And if you are watching this live or watching it on the replay and you haven't gone ahead and joined our free Discord yet, make sure to do that. It's completely free, always will be. It's linked in the description. It is called the Amazon Launchpad. And I'm just going to send out this link right now to get some people in here. But yeah, we'll be coming on answering questions, whatever you guys need. And yeah. All right, I'm going to send it to the Discord. Yeah, we got around 600 members or so. Rodriguez, my man, what's up? The Sordo family, good to see you. Benchy, or I think that's how I say it, but good to see you as well. You guys let me know your questions. We'll have Garrett coming on here in a second. Just waiting on him to go ahead and join. But yeah, glad to have you guys in here. I really appreciate it on this Friday night, and hopefully we can give you guys some value here. All right, here we go. We got Garrett in here as well. Bang, got him up on stage right away.
Yeah.
How we doing? Just sending out where's the videos to watch? Yeah, just sending it out in Discord. Terrell, my man, what's up? FBA with Cug, good to see you as well. All right, how do I like the Amex Gold card? Amex Gold is amazing because it has no set limit, so like I can buy a whole bunch of inventory on it. Kevin, what's up? Garrett, how you doing, man?
Tired.
Tired. Long week at the warehouse.
I got nothing though. What would that echo be from? Do you know? Oh wait, no, it goes. We're good. We're good.
All right, you're lagging a little bit on us here.
Ooh, got some tabs.
Yeah, I was just saying. So we have how many? So tomorrow, I think will be 1 week of having the Amazon Launchpad here for anyone watching. There's the Discord.
It's up to like what, 600-700?
Yeah, 615. Yeah, so we'll probably hit 1,000 the next few weeks. And that's amazing. We're excited about all that. I just love seeing like the conversations going on. It makes me feel good. Like conversations that like I'm not involved in, and then can get to be involved in.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful thing. I see my man Co is helping some people out in there. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm gonna tweet this out as well.
I'm gonna put I'll put an Instagram story real quick.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that yeah, Robert, man, how you doing? Oh, nice question here. Okay, what's the difference of having a business card versus personal Amex? So I'm no like expert on this stuff, but one of the big benefits of business cards is or at least American Express ones, is they don't report to your personal utilization, which is a big factor, I believe, of like credit score and all that. So that's helpful. And then in terms of like the business gold card specifically, so there's no set limit on it, so you can theoretically like your limit goes up and down, I think, and just kind of varies as you become more credible and stuff in the eyes of them.
Yeah, I mean you hit the nail on the head. The main thing is you want to separate your business credit utilization versus your personal, right? So if you obviously you're going to use your business credit, you're going to spend a lot of money, but you don't want that to appear on your personal credit because that's going to crush your credit score. Theoretically, you want to keep your utilization under like 30% or 20% or something like that on the personal side.
Yeah, 11 watching and only 3 likes. Go ahead. Yeah, man, show some love on the like button there. We regardless, we appreciate all you guys for spending some time with us. I'm pretty new to selling and wondering if you can explain selling globally for FBA as a seller. Do we have to apply to sell globally? This is up your area of expertise, I would say, Garrett.
Yeah, so as a as a new seller, you don't have permission, or you don't have the permissions to sell in different marketplaces. For example, Canada has a marketplace, Mexico has a marketplace, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Amazon, once you hit a certain threshold, Amazon will invite you to participate in other marketplaces, right? So one example of one of these programs that they offer is called the NARF program, the North American something something program, which essentially you
North
leverage.
American remote fulfillment. Come on now.
Dang. So there's no extra skin off your back. You still utilize American FBA centers. What happens is they will cross list your products in the Canada marketplace and the Mexico marketplace. I think there's a third as well. But so they take care of all the duties that you'd have to pay, the taxes, crossing the border, all that stuff is off your plate. They just send it from the American Prep Center to the international customer, and it's just added sales. You could expect about 1 to 3% increased revenue just from enrolling in that program. And you are eligible with that program after a certain amount of time.
Interesting stuff. That would be a good clip to pull for another platform as well. How's the starting credit on Amex? I mean, so like I said, like the business gold, at least, like the limit varies. Same thing with the platinum, I believe. So it really just depends on your personal situation, I think. And then best way to build. I'm not too much of an expert, but I assume it wouldn't hurt to like start building or start getting like business cards or whatever. Okay, when you first start an LLC, what credits does you? Yeah, so LLCs, I have no idea. I would talk to a professional or like maybe contact like your state office or something about that. I have no idea. And even all that, like I'm pretty sure you're like not like legally allowed to even like give advice. So like I would talk to a professional on that. But obviously that is important stuff. I did that and I only got like one listing in Mexico. You got to get up those Mexican listings. Kevin, we got Noah here in the TikTok stream. Shout out to Noah sliding in on the TikTok stream. Oh yeah. All right, what other questions do we have, friends? We'll probably be on like 20 minutes or so. But I wasn't gonna let myself miss a day on the daily videos throughout July for the 23rd day, I guess. But we'll see. I drove like 6 hours home from Rhode Island today. But that's good. So you're at the prep center all week?
Yeah, it's the first time I've been home since Sunday. Yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy, crazy week.
You got to start renting out the crib like we talked
Yeah,
about.
I was thinking about it. But I mean, the thing with that is it's just an added concern in my mind that I just like I have so much stuff just jumbling around up here on the daily basis that just adds another one to the.
Yeah, no, I get that definitely.
Yeah.
I get that definitely. You looking in the Discord right now? I just sent them. I'm TikTok live streaming too, so I can't. I'm looking now, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't be more happy with how that's going so far for the first week. It feels like we launched it forever ago. It was just last Saturday. But yeah, that's like a multi-year thing. Like we're gonna be using that for a while and building that up, which will
Yeah,
be.
man, it's been super positive, a really good engagement so far, which is cool. Yeah, we got to have another Zoom call.
Yeah, because I was away. I was talking to Warner. He was busy tonight. Otherwise, we were gonna stream. So if I start, should I open? Once again, Kevin, I would just talk to a professional about that. To be honest, like CPA or whoever's. What have been a biggest bust? Name a specific product. I bought some wholesale video games like over a year ago, and I never even sold one of them.
Biggest bust. Name a specific product. That's a good question. There was one toy I don't remember. There was one toy last Q4 that I bought like 40 of them and just none of them sold. Yeah, if you do open an LLC, you should definitely open a corresponding credit card with that. You don't need an S corp. We could talk offline about that though. I know some about S corps. What would have you guys done differently if you had the ability to restart? That's a good question.
That is a very good question. Yeah.
So Miles and I both have similar beginnings on Amazon. We both started with books and scaled up that way, eventually graduating from books. I don't know. I probably, if I did it again, I don't regret starting with books because again, and I talk about this all the time, right? So like books allow you to learn the processes, learn how to list, sell things, ship to the customer, learn the different classes of USPS, learn how shipping works in general. It allows you to start to learn how to source, how to read keeper graphs. It allows you to learn so many different aspects of the business while mitigating risk substantially, right? So buy costs are less than $1, less than $5, less than $10, etc. rather than purchasing a $50 product and not necessarily being confident that that's going to sell, right? So, and I say this all the time, books allow you to fail small and quick, right? So with the book industry, you get all those mistakes. Obviously, you're going to make them, but with those mistakes come learning opportunities and cheap learning opportunities as well.
Yeah, that's definitely. I would have said, yeah, I would have moved into other categories quicker, and I would have not been scared of software and like Discord lead cost stuff like that, which I definitely was at the start. And then like in Corona, I started paying for groups and stuff, and that made a big difference.
I probably would have started documenting from the beginning. No,
Yeah,
that's probably my answer to that question.
and that's what you should be doing right now, which you've been slacking on lately.
Yeah.
All right. What profit
Yeah,
margin?
all the content is so evergreen though. I've gotten so many followers this past week just from like content that's already out in the
All right, well, yeah. Profit margin like 17-18% net after everything around that, and then like that's slightly higher because there's like Rakuten and CC points and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily count that into margin. Any
yeah.
chance sourcing video had to help beginner booksellers? I actually already have several. And I'll make more in the future and everything, but I have a few interviews with people, like Garrett, who's successfully transferred out of book selling, but did start with that, as well as talked about my own story with it. And then I do have like 1 or 2 videos of me just talking about sourcing books as well.
Are you talking about sourcing books or sourcing or moving away from books? Because it might be talking.
Any chance you'll do a sourcing video to help beginner booksellers?
Are you talking about like flipping online textbooks, or I don't know what you're.
It's our boy who's in our group chat. Can you see the comments?
Yeah, but I don't know what the. Yeah, I read it, but
I have videos on it. I have videos on it. Where do you store your inventory before you ship it out to Amazon? So Garrett has a warehouse and a prep center, so some of my stuff just goes there, and the rest is just like where I live.
how do you determine what is? Oh, that's a good question. So it's not necessarily the amount of sellers because the sellers are relative, right? So if you have a product that's going to sell 300 times a month, right? For that specific listing, 15, 10 sellers may be a lot for that product. However, if you have a different product that's going to sell 40 times a month, those same 10 to 15 sellers are going to be a lot more for a product that sells less, right? So we use in our business, we use a calculation, right? So we take the estimated monthly sales for the listing and then divide it by the competitive sellers. And what I mean by competitive seller is anyone within like 2 or 5% of the current buy box, right? Those are all what we consider competitive sellers, people that are eligible for the buy box rotation. So we account for those, and then we go ahead and take the total amount of estimated sales and then divide it amongst the competitive sellers, because we're going to assume, just from like an estimation perspective, that those sales are going to be divided amongst all the competitive sellers equally. Whether that happens or not is not necessarily crucial. We just want to estimate, right? So we're going to use the total amount of sales divided by the competitive sellers, and that gives us our relative expected amount of sales if we entered into that listing. And then we use that to then make our decision based on our business model, which we don't buy anything less than what we expect to get 30 sales a month. But that's just our business threshold.
Yeah, and that matters a little more for wholesale, where a lot of stuff has to be mainly FBA when you're competing with giant sellers. But yeah, I mean that makes sense. But like some bolos like pools and stuff that people have been really on the past year or whatever. Like there'll be 50, 70, 100 sellers on the listing, and everyone that's price competitive. And obviously with that comes more undercutting, but at the same time, people wouldn't be selling that if there wasn't high profitability. So you kind of pick up on that stuff as you learn more and more.
We got some good questions coming in now. If you have any tricks for...
Thank you guys. What's the end goal for you guys? To build up cash flow for an Amazon and then park it in passive investments and grow an awesome portfolio.
Yeah, I'm in facts.
Do you have any tricks where to source high value textbooks without thrift stores? Yes. College students. You can build a great book business, or at least build cash flow to eventually move into other categories without ever going to a thrift store. Obviously, thrift stores help in that they can be very consistent, but it doesn't have to be your only thing you rely on.
Can you explain account level reserve? Yes. So it's essentially the money purgatory, right? So Amazon instituted this, what's called an account level reserve, to essentially combat like Amazon hackers, I guess. So like a couple years ago or years back, there was a bunch of sellers that came on, sold a bunch of stuff, and never actually shipped it. They cashed out their money and moved on, right? So that's obviously what Amazon wants to avoid. So they take your money after revenue, after sales, they hold it in this account level reserve for 2 weeks, 3 weeks to mitigate their risk, their loss of service, right? And so what that is, it's an ever-growing and ever-changing bucket. So the Amazon payment cycle is essentially 7 to 14 days after the last customer expected delivery date, right? So whether that be FBA or merchant fulfilled, it works the same way. Or 7 to 14, I meant 7 to 10. So when a customer orders their product, they get a delivery threshold, say July 20th to July 28th is when they can expect that product. Amazon then starts your payment cycle on July 28th, right? So then 7 to 10 days after that July 28th date, then that payment cycle is activated. Then it would go to and released to your bank account. But before that happens, they store your money in the account level reserve. When
Good
you know
one.
when you
Good
know it's time to get into wholesale, when you want to scale farther than OA will take you.
Yeah,
But
and
not necessarily true, because you can do tens and tens and tens of thousands, probably even 150,000, and Miles is going to prove it this month. You can do that without wholesale, right? So Miles is going to start averaging about 100 to $120,000 in revenue with no wholesale accounts. So it's doable, but you know, wholesale is a lot easier to scale. Is there any time that Amazon doesn't collect sales tax for your sales and you're responsible to submit a sales tax? I don't think so, but I'm not a tax professional, so I don't know. I don't handle any of my tax.
Yeah, talk to your CPA on that.
I don't think so, but I'm not positive. I don't handle any of that.
Yeah, talk to your CPA on that. Manually searching textbooks is also an option. I've been looking into it. What do you mean by manually? Like, do you mean like? I'm curious what what you mean by manually. But yeah,
right now we're $47 a day for life. I'll take the 10 million.
$47 a day for that's passive income, baby. You can't. Miles, are you still running ads? So I actually, once I got like a lot of the big categories on Amazon ungated, I quit like doing outreach for that SMA stuff. I do really believe in that business model. I just really didn't enjoy client services like as a person. So not really. I have a few like people I still work with, but they've like been people I've been with for a while, and it doesn't take a lot of management necessarily. Yeah, Kevin knows what's up. Shout out to Kevin, passive income, baby. Everyone, he has an awesome channel as well. Yeah, KJ, you know what's up. All right, boys. So it's a little late on Friday here on the East Coast, so we'll answer a few more questions here from you guys before we hop off.
Did you laugh at my?
I'm saying, KJ.
Someone asked me a question yesterday about the the batteries.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm hip. I saw that.
That was funny. Kevin, where do you live? Is he
Kevin lives
in Georgia? That's pretty sweet. Kevin, you got to come up to the east. You got to come up to Pennsylvania sometime.
Facts. Yeah. Wait, Kevin, go to Avery and Taylor's event in Florida.
Let's just source first night. Go to the Nike outlets. It'll solve itself.
Yeah. Oh, you just got unlocked today. Good work. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Go to your closest Nike outlet. Start scanning, and you'll find a couple $100 your first time.
How much money can I expect? Well, it depends. Like, it's not like how much they'll pay you. It's how much value you can bring them, right? If you can bring them $3,000 in revenue, it probably makes sense for them to pay you $1,000. But it really depends on like the value you can bring them, essentially.
Does the state you live in matter when doing FBA? Sort of. There are different FBA centers that perform a lot differently.
Yeah. So, Kevin's pulling up. Let's go. All right, Kevin, we're about to film a ton of videos too. All right, I'm gonna have to start getting a roster together of who all's going though, because we might need a whole like revolving door a night, like in one hotel room filming content or something like that one night. Or
so I mean, the state you it doesn't really matter, but it affects things, right? So we all know the buy box is geographically affected. So Miles looking at the buy box for a pack of Starbursts on the West Coast is going to be different than me looking at that same listing on the East Coast. So the buy box is geographically different. Also, obviously, different FBA centers operate differently. Some are behind, some are not, some are efficient, some are not. So that's another factor in that discussion. Would have gone if I didn't live all the way in CT. You live in CT. I was born in Connecticut.
Oh, we thought he lived in West Virginia for some reason. I don't know.
I was born in Wolcott near Waterbury.
What's going on? So our friends Avery and Taylor, Romer the Romer and Taylor Jones are like holding an Amazon seller convention there August 7th. I think it's August 7th or something. And nicely, like a good bunch of members of our friend group are going, so that'll be. I'm like most likely gonna be there because I'm gonna be in that area with some family that time as well. How's the Tesla treating you, Garrett? Oh boy, yeah, we got all types of Tesla. Let's get a Tesla in the chat, boys. Let's get some Teslas in the chat. But okay, how's it treating you, Garrett?
Man, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun to drive. It's sick. I don't know. The technology is crazy. Miles and I slept in it one night.
Yeah,
it was so funny. For everyone listening right now, so we
another video.
So we no 2 seconds. So we slept in it, and Miles woke up in the middle of the night. He looked up at the big screen in the front, and he saw a campfire.
Yeah, crazy.
It was in like camp mode. Obviously, it regulates the temperature as you are sleeping, considering camp mode. And so Miles woke up in the middle of the night, and there was literally a campfire on the screen, which is funny. Are there any portable Tesla chargers? You can plug in a 110. There's a convertible. There's a transmitter for a 110, which essentially you can make portable.
Interesting. Why do you move away from books? Because a lot of other categories are significantly more scalable, or depending, like if you want to scale books, you need a ton of space. You probably need employees. Forklifts. You're gonna have to be assuming you're getting, big Gaylords. That's tons of space you need stuff. And then there's not like people successfully do it totally. I just don't think it's the most efficient way to do it. But
with other categories, you start scaling your credit and your money rather than scaling physical manpower. You can spend with Away and Wholesale. You can spend $2,000 one night and make $800 back. Whether the books isn't as on demand.
All right, so you got 24 live viewers, which is amazing. Let's make sure we're smashing the like, but I can't see how many likes there are, but just
you live with a parent. So I bought my house 2 years ago.
Show some love on the algorithm. Love all the vibes. Started selling 6 days ago. I'm at 2K sales for the week in the first day. Let's go. Let's get that up on the screen, baby. Let's go.
Yes,
guys. I don't know if they have a channel or not. It seems like they do. If they do, check them out for sure. If not, you guys should start making some content.
I always hear about that. So it's essentially a huge
cardboard
box.
Yeah. Cardboard box. Yeah.
It's a huge, massive cardboard box that holds like thousands of pounds of whatever. Typically, books are placed in the Gaylords. People buy Gaylords. Lots of books. You scan through the books. You find the profitable ones. Then game on. 24 live viewers and only 12 likes. Let's get it up, boys.
I know I gotta post this story. Oh,
can you make a book scalable by running ads on Facebook asking people to sell you? I don't even know if you need ads. I would just message.
Yeah, I wouldn't do paid ads, but you can definitely like get in Facebook groups, communities, stuff like that.
Spend 2 hours tonight. If you're serious about scaling books, spend 2 hours tonight. Google or go on Facebook, search Clemson Law Class of 2028, West Virginia Law Class of 2028, UConn Law, like thousands of colleges across the country, law, pre-med, nurse, engineering books. All those textbooks are profitable. Message in those Facebook groups asking, if you have books to sell, I will buy them. I know, bro. We've been talking on IG. DM me.
Oh, really? Okay, I think I recognize your picture. Oh, yeah, good work. Good work, definitely. So do we got a link?
Sellers work with new Amazon sellers. They can. It's definitely not out of the question. You won't know until you start calling them, though. Are y'all still working on the website?
It's got to be close to done, I feel like.
It should be done. Why? Did you find an error? I'm assuming that's what you're implying. Definitely let me know if you found an error.
Or, I don't know. There's there's always stuff to add to it. as well. Will wholesalers work with new Amazon sellers? Definitely some will. I mean, it's more so how you position yourself, I would assume, not necessarily like your seller's metrics and all that. Although that can, be leveraged if for the right relation.
Blog is Latin text. Oh well, I didn't write a blog. My bad.
Lorem ipsum.
I put that there to eventually, obviously, write a blog, and I have hours and days of work to do that I simply just never get to. It's on my to-do list eventually. I guess I should probably take that down. I'm also not we're not a digital company. We sell on Amazon, so I wouldn't expect perfection. What credit card is better than Amex Gold or Platinum? The Chase are really good. What is it?
Yeah,
Chase?
they just don't give it out as high limits in my experience. So it's more so dependent on the purchasing power you need to be most efficient.
Will wholesalers be more inclined to work with me if I tell them I have a lot of capital I need to move? Wholesalers are going to be more inclined to work with you if you provide value up front. There are a lot of people nowadays throwing money at these wholesalers. That's not necessarily going to be enough anymore. Call them, provide some sort of value up front, prove that you know what you're doing, prove that you know what you're talking about. They will be more inclined to work with you at that point. Bro, Saturday for the boys. I'm going with my girlfriend, but she'll understand. Bro, come up to Pennsylvania. Screw Miami, dude.
Dude, you're tripping.
What other business models have you tried?
A ton, man. I've tried wholesale in the past. It didn't work. If I try it again, it will work. I'm much more experienced. I have more money. I have a lot better, a network of people who are successful with it. I've tried building an agency, drop shipping. A bunch of different stuff. I actually have a video on my channel talking about some of the different stuff I've tried in the past. I think it's called like business models I failed at or something like that. It's kind of interesting, I guess. But yeah, a bunch of different stuff and just kind of like, just curious, testing different things, and gradually, some stuff works.
By the way, anyone in here, if any of you guys, I need someone to write a VBA for me on Excel. If anyone can do that, let me know. I will pay. A VBA. I don't know what it stands for, but it's like a code, a back-end code. It's an automated system for Excel.
Oh.
If you guys can write VBA and have 20 to 30 minutes of free time, let me know. I need someone, and I don't feel like doing it. Rolo versus Dymo. Dymo all the way. Going to trade shows is absolutely worth it. That's the most highly successful way to develop wholesale relationships. Visual Basic. There you go.
AOV probably like $70. I'm not sure though. Greetings from South Texas. Shout out to South Texas, man. Rolo, yeah. Wait, yeah. No, I'm a knockoff Rolo game, but Rolo for sure Rolo.
Yeah, no, I have a bunch of Dymos, but Rolo is faster.
Yeah.
No, going back to the trade shows. So we're actually going to Vegas in August 21st, I think. If you're available, come through to Vegas. There's an ASD show. There's going to be thousands and thousands of brand distributors and vendors. Definitely worth it. Putting yourself in front of the brand and distributor to develop that relationship quicker is 1,000% worth it.
Knock off Rolo baby for the win. Let's go. All right. Find a few questions here.
We can't stop now, dude.
My boy Jason Ortiz dude, I'm so tired. I drove like 6 hours today. My boy Jason Ortiz just pulled up. Everyone, shout out.
How long of grinding did you become successful? That's a relative question. I don't really know. I lost money on the first couple of sales we made on Amazon. If that's sort of
that was like around a year and a half ago. But yeah, I mean, to constantly be making progress, you have to be constantly validating, testing, and essentially failing at different things to find the sauce that works for you.
I mean, before we developed our Amazon business into like a significant money-making machine, it took months / a long time, right? So it takes time. Obviously, you don't develop the knowledge overnight. You don't develop the systems overnight. There are things that need to be in place. When do you plan to become a millionaire? Probably before 30. I haven't really done the math recently.
Probably.
I don't know the math. I don't know. I make a lot of money.
And you'll get, as you continue to, keep building audience, keep, networking and stuff, it'll only get easier. yeah. So, how long do you source OA a day? I mean, it really depends. Like if I'm in the zone, I don't really have set hours for it because, like, fortunately, you know, I have great friends and they might send me some stuff to buy or vice versa, and everything. So it's really sporadic, but like not as long as you think probably.
How do you avoid getting your account banned? By following the rules, right? Shipping on time, having your account health be good. All the shipping metrics, they care about shipping, right? So your cancellation rate needs to be below, I think, 2%. Your late shipping metric needs to be below 4%. Those metrics are huge. They also obviously care about your defect rate. All your account health metrics, everything on that page is going to be crucial for keeping your health in good standing.
All right, okay, hit me up for some Texas Southern real. Shout out to Cajun man. I guess if you guys need
Are you a real estate agent?
I guess so, man. I'm pretty sure that's Kobe from Instagram that we've talked to before.
Have you guys reached? Oh yeah, we 50. I mean, we're gonna do probably 130,000 this year.
This month.
Yeah, MMA daily. Yeah, we'll probably end this month at like 130.
Thank you to everyone staying around for us on this gorgeous Friday night here in dark Pennsylvania now, but it was pretty nice earlier. If you haven't already joined the Discord,
what do you expect to do this year in annual revenue?
Join the Discord below if you haven't already. It's completely free, always will be. We're out of here. Shout out to you guys.